What's the game plan for the Celtics to avoid elimination, Nick? And why is it don't turn the ball over and make your freaking free throws?
Yeah, well, the turnovers are what I was going to hit on first. I mean, for one, you can't commit 18 turnovers, and you also can't only force 6 turnovers, especially if you're going to commit 18 on your end. I think that was the biggest story coming out of Game 5, and that's why Golden State was able to survive just a terrible game from Stephen Curry. Coming out of Game 4, we're thinking, man, Steph might have to score 40 points every single game the rest of the way if Golden State's going to win this series. And then he comes out and has maybe his worst finals game ever, and Golden State still wins by 10. I think that's what's really devastating if you're the Boston Celtics. I don't think Boston's going to lay down. I don't think they're going to give up hope, but losing that game in that fashion, only scoring 94 points on a night when Stephen Curry was just ineffective, I think the lesson learned there is Steph's going to be better. Clay will probably even be better in Game 6. You cannot let someone like Andrew Wiggins be by far the best player in an NBA Finals game that includes Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, so Chinmay, what do you think tonight? What is the game plan for the Celtics? How do they avoid elimination? Is it more of like their players stepping up or maybe shutting down those role players, as Nick mentioned, guys like Wiggins on Golden State?
Ultimately, it's a make or miss league, and Boston just needs to start making three-point shots. Derek White, I think, was 0 for 3 from behind the arc. Jaylen Brown, 0 for 5. You just can't have that in an NBA Finals game against this team. And I think it's that simple, that Boston starts making perimeter shots and the game starts condensing a little bit for them, because it can't just be as simple as drive more to the right side versus the left side for Tatum and Brown and Marcus Smart. I mean, I think that's a ridiculous thing to say, that every time Boston drives to the left, they struggle, versus every time they drive to the right, it's an automatic bucket. So I think Tatum needs to play more efficiently, obviously, but the perimeter players need to start hitting perimeter shots. And, Horford has slipped off since his Game 1 showing, but Derek White needs to step up. Jaylen Brown needs to step up. I think Marcus Smart hit a few shots in Game 5. He needs to keep that going, and maybe Horford hits a couple. Grant Williams gets some more minutes in there. Boston just needs to hit more three-pointers, because right now it looks like in the half court they're really struggling to get consistent production from their offense. So I think if they can get perimeter shots going, that'll really help them when it comes to closing this game out at home.